FF14 is healing his soul. Like he's becoming unwithered. Okay, I'll leave you a little spoiler for what's to come. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy XIV and Asmongold's actual experience with it, which I will say, like, I'm going to say this now, I'm really surprised, like, in a really good way. I am extremely, extremely happy to see how everything's gone around. It's like I said at the start of this stream, it's been an incredible week for MMOs overall. It has been like it's been such a godsend that FF is exploding with Asmongold playing it to 210,000 people, I think, and then later on to 100,000+ people. They're really, really good. And then he goes and plays Tazavesh and loves that as well. We love Tazavesh here. The raid's really good. People are having fun in World of Warcraft. People are having fun in FF14. Ashes of Creation, fantastic. It is genuinely, genuinely wonderful. But I think someone asked me there, how am I enjoying FF? I mean, that's the thing with... It's great. Like, it is just a great game, and now more people are enjoying it. It is fucking excellent, honestly. It is excellent. And, oh my god, Michael...
Fucked it up completely. God damn it.
Don't trust him with anything that requires any motor skills or function.
Yeah.
Terrible at it. I mean, oh man. Okay. Hello everyone.
Hello.
We are back and it's time to talk about Asmongold and Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes. Yes. It's the thing that's been popping off on the internet. And this is actually something that I think, you know what, your man... I was going to say, Joshua Double-Barreled. What's his name? Thingy Strife Hayes.
Josh Strife Hayes?
That's it. All I could remember was double-barrel name, British accent, very well dressed in his videos. Yeah. But he did a video that was... I mean, his conclusion of the video was that if both of these games came out now... most people go to FF instead.
100%.
That's what his video was all about. And a part of it was, sort of involving Asmongold. So I just wanted to bring up that, like, for some of the broader, like, MMO culture context, you've got the likes of, him making videos like that. We've been discussing FF in our stream. Asmon reacted to a few of our clips. I think a mixture of that, some other people's stuff.
You can do it.
What's her name? Brain gone.
Who are you talking about?
She was on Allcraft.
Zeppla?
Yeah, Zeppla, that's it, yeah. A few other, it's like all these things sort of came together. Asmongold went. We're going to get into how that went. The PC Gamer article, some of this stuff leaking out into the, not just like, there's the WoW bubble, there's the MMO bubble, there's the broad gaming culture bubble. And it's actually a lot of what his video was about, is just this idea of... because it's an MMO, so it's barricaded in spending a lot of time in your character. Yep. One of the most important things for people is that they feel like they're investing their time in a stable world that's going somewhere. So even the perception that something is on the downturn is extremely damaging to an MMO. And that was essentially his video. So just, we got all these stories floating around. And I guess for us, it's like, just because we're a WoW channel, we're not just going to close ranks around WoW and pretend everything's good, or everything's perfect. So we're going to engage with what's actually going on.
We're going to engage with reality, unlike Blizzard seem to want to do.
Yeah, it's not about feeling good within our bubble. It is about the big picture. And like it or not, Asmongold is part of the big picture. He is the largest World of Warcraft streamer, and that does mean that if he makes a move in and around another game, regardless of his thoughts about that move or his intent, it will make some waves. So yes.
I mean, where he goes, discourse follows, and people also follow. Like, there's the sheer amount of people who have joined FF based on him, I imagine, is completely obscene. I mean, I even know a couple of examples where it is just, they were on the fence. Asmongold put his foot in. Everyone went, oh, we can trust Asmongold's feet as a temperature gauge for the water. In we go.
Well, also, Asmongold did have some first reactions to aspects of Final Fantasy XIV. in regards to
we have discussed at length. Yes.
yes, those things. That's perhaps he had some preconceptions, but then he got into the game, and his preconceptions were a bit shattered. Is from sort of what I understand.
Melted like butter under a hot knife.
And that means that there is no better advocate for this game than somebody who was initially skeptical, with a whole bunch of his audience being skeptical, and then he enjoys it. And, you know, it's not just a small audience. He had a peak of over 210,000 Twitch viewers on his first day. And you got to remember how big his following is. So if he moves from one game to the other game, the WoW directory will drop ranks. I mean, Twitch.
Like outside of I think maybe major WoW events, like, you know, some classic launches. I mean, he's even at the head of those, like classic events. If anything happens in World of Warcraft, he is not even the spirit. He's like the largest slice of the pie by a significant margin.
Yeah.
Like I mean, people meme about the overall viewership number of a game as if it really means anything. I mean, it means something, but it's not a huge metric of success for the game, just because of different cultures and different places to watch and stuff like that. But like, what he's playing at the moment decides, you know, which number gets memed on.
Yeah,
ostensibly, if he's in Tazavesh, you look at the directory, you see, oh, WoW's beating FF, haha, guess your weeb game's dead now, idiots. We knew it wouldn't last. But then, you know, he's like, Tazavesh is really cool, but I'm done for today. Time to go continue the quest line as a warrior. And then it goes back, and then everyone's going, haha, don't laugh at the weebs now, we've got you.
Yeah.
Shitty Sylvanas, dead game, get got, like. So it is that's how big he is, that he can kind of control the discourse, because so many people just watch him and go, this guy is, how do I put this? He's an idealized form of the MMO player.
Yeah.
I see myself in him, which is, you know, 200,000, 300,000. I mean,
that must be so stressful. God.
I think
weight of expectations and
the first supercut of him playing FF14 is over 1 million views, I think, at the minute.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually just about anything he's done touching FF14 has done extremely well on the YouTube Clips channel they run.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which, look, it's pretty big. Blizzard, you can't just, I guess, like, there was a side thing about Blizzard employee Adam Haliski, who used to be a writer for Blizzard Watch, which used to be WoW Insider. You know, a surprising number of people will have read his work, not knowing that he's also the guy involved in that drama. And I think we talked about the drama. Did we do that in the last episode? No, that was just us having a conversation, wasn't it?
That only happened this week.
Yeah, no, that was just us having a conversation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see the point in getting into it much, but you know, it's certainly a bad look that happens when Asmongold moves to another game, and that's actually not what I believe that's not what Haliski was talking about. I believe that was him referencing Asmongold's tweet on pronouns from like 2 years ago or something. Yeah. But I do think that a lot of the perception in Blizz from little grapevine things that I've heard, and perhaps some reactions to the BlizzCon Allcraft that notably has never happened again. I mean, come on, let's think about this. I actually have a general thought that internally at Blizz, they're probably like, oh, good, hopefully he stays.
Which, you know,
I'm fairly sure that's what a lot of them will think.
It's them disengaging with reality and not realizing that, you know, he is, whether he wants to be or not, but through some form of him being who he is and, you know, what his stream accomplishes, he is the standard bearer for so many MMO players.
Okay, I pretty much know for a fact that in a few instances it's like they don't want him and they don't want his ilk.
Yeah, well,
this is not to throw any shade, by the way. Zach, I don't know if you will react to this one. I will get back to your DM soon, and I will go on Allcraft. So it's okay. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying that to disparage any of his people. I think that is how some of the Blizz people see it.
Yeah, that's how they would think they would use the terms ilk. Oh yeah, Asmongold and his ilk. Such toxic Twitch players. Twitch community.
They use Pepe emotes in their chat. They're the worst.
Yeah, whereas you're like, you know, you can see that, but like there's 210,000 people watching. You know, you will feel it if 210,000 people unsub today and go play FF. that is not like a little bit of a whisper. That is actually like, that is a major thing, and that's only the people watching at that time, because you don't know how many unique viewers he had that stream. If he held 210,000, God knows there could have been 500k watching in for that. Probably more. Like based on
I'll see if I can extrapolate from one of our previous live shows.
Yeah, I was gonna say based on our numbers, what like unique views looks like compared to concurrent.
Yeah, I mean, so I have one up here. This is a stream that we did. It wasn't one of our biggest ones, but we had. Is it the audience tab that I go to? I'll be able to get it up here.
The VOD had 2.5 mil. Apparently.
Okay, so we had a peak concurrency of 3,008 viewers, but the total amount of views from the day of the stream, so not including VOD, was 30k.
Yeah.
Right? So it was basically 10x concurrent. So if Asmongold got like 200k concurrent, you could be looking at 2 million uniques or something.
Yep. Someone in chat said the VOD had 2.5 million views.
Yeah.
If you're looking at 2.5 million people seeing someone leave your game for another, even though he's not leaving the game, but that's the perception that people have, no matter how many times Asmongold says, I'm not leaving World of Warcraft for FF14, I'm going to play them both and enjoy them both. As long as people will just see Asmon's playing FF, which, like in some part of their subconscious, some part of their psychology, it is going to be FF up, woe down. Because that's the kind of binary selection problem you've got.
Just some people in here be like, oh my god, you're putting Asmon on a pedestal and stuff. Like, I'm dealing with reality. This is how we have to talk. It's like if, I don't know, it's like if Ninja moved to CSGO instead of Fortnite. Or maybe, I don't know, if Ninja moved to Apex Legends instead of Fortnite. Or, I don't know the CSGO scene, but if a notable CS person, goes and moves to Valorant. Like maybe you're number one, the best CS player in the world, signs an exclusive contract to be in a Valorant team, who's also a really big streamer or something, and now they're just playing that different game. Or, you can apply this to anything, right? You guys get it. The best LoL pro in the world with the biggest stream goes and starts playing Dota.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at here. You have to remove any of your own personal feelings to anyone involved here. This is a bigger picture thing. That's why it's newsworthy.
Yeah, I mean, there's Gabriel says he said he's leaving for real today after he finishes this raid. I mean, if he said that, Blizzard should be sweating. They should actually have cold sweat hearing that. If he did say it,
did he say that?
I'm not sure. Obviously, I've not been watching a stream because I've been preparing this and doing this. But if he said that, then that is absolutely like that. That's fairly major. But to kind of continue with about idealizing him or putting him on a pedestal, I think the reality of that is important. Some of that might have been the language I used when I explained him earlier, or explained what I think. I said he's like the idealized form of people as an MMO player, but I think it's on how we see ourselves in him. That's like not true in any specific like sense. It's the idea of why he's so important. I think I think he's so important because he is in personality and how he plays. He is like he's almost the North Star of MMO player, warts and all. Where his room can be disgusting at times. He has his snack box, or he had his snack box that has maggots in it. That stuff. We look at that and go, "Ah, it's disgusting." But you're also like, I mean, isn't there a tiny, tiny, tiny spark of wanting to be somewhere on that path in all of us, subconscious, conscious, otherwise? That's what I mean about the ideal. He's the standard bearer for that specific player.
Yeah.
So even if the comparison between you as a person, as an Asmongold viewer, is 0.0001%.
Yeah, he was just done for the patch, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, grand. Yeah. You'll see that and you'll be like, yep, that's how he's got to where he is.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not even my opinion. Like, that's just how it is.
It's relatability. That is one of the major drivers of like streaming and all that shit.
Yep.
So that's I think why it is big in the overall MMO discourse, regardless of what anybody thinks about anybody, and that is why even if Blizzard people, and I think a bunch of Blizzard staff will actually be thinking, oh, thank God, I hope the FF people keep him because we sure as hell don't want him. It's a good thing he never went and did another BlizzCon. or like if that jab email was actually real or something, and there was actually some techie people who uncovered stuff that might suggest that jab email that said lovely things about both ourselves and Zach, that might actually be real, which is fucking hilarious if true. But if any of that shit's anything to go by, they're not going to learn the lesson they should. The person that a lot of MMO players find to be entertaining and or relatable, even though controversial to some others, is saying big things, going to another game. This is bad for you, Blizzard. I mean, fucking hell. Asmongold will do mind-numbingly boring shit in World of Warcraft, right? I mean, I see some of the ways he plays that game, trying to... I don't know if it's like him and Annie Fuchsia are just going to fight for their all the things bar, for forever, but it's like, if you're even managing to lose the interest of somebody who will play that hard...
Yeah, so I'll use that to kind of breach into, because we did have this stuff up here about like the stream sniper stuff, but considering we're talking about Asmongold, now this is kind of funny, right? Because are we muted? We are muted. Good, happy days. So this is like, it's kind of funny, right? Because he does talk in this about the boringness and how, people said ARR was like mind-numbing or Realm Reborn Quest was like slow and stuff, and he's just like, I play Classic WoW, what are you talking about? It's fine. This is all fine. But it's the idea that he's sitting doing that, and like, people are saying he seems so happy in this video, especially when he's playing the game. He looks like he's over the moon, which, honeymoon period with a new MMO is going to do that. Yeah. But people are watching this and going to be like, man, he looks like he's got 10 years younger. He's so much healthier. Look at the glow in his eyes. And obviously, like, I memed about it on Discord this morning, saying, like, FF14 is healing his soul. Like, he's becoming unwithered. It's obviously a joke. He's wearing a hat. The indoors lighting's really good, and I think he does look better overall recently. Like, I think he has been being healthier, but like, it's just funny that people even like are even joking about that. Whereas like, it's look how healthy he's gotten, that he's having fun in FF. But that's
like he picks up the snack box and it's just full of fresh produce from the farm. You're like, whoa.
He's just grabbing some broccoli, having a cheer. Like, oh god, what a thought. What a thought.
Man.
But no, it's funny. I mean, his thoughts are actually really, really, really good, because I actually love the guy. I think he's a very, very good professional streamer, and also he's really genuine in his other channel, and he's really eloquent. Like, I have a little call out here that I just wrote earlier, which is, as always, when he's removed from the pressure of live streaming, he's remarkably eloquent. It's like he's sharp as a tack, and the fact that he can focus on the details he talks about with F14 when he's streaming genuinely impresses me. Yeah. Because he's got 200,000 people watching, and he's just thinking through stuff that's happening, and it's wild. It's wild how good he is. What's up?
Almost more importantly, Don Jandro here just said Bald One is into cat girls. We got him.
That's it. That's the thing. It's straight up like, got him.
No way.
No, like, literally.
He's into cat girls now.
Listen, dude. The first time he saw Y'shtola, he was like, who's this?
Oh.
I was just like, cat girl, what's going on? And then the next time I tuned into the stream, he was visibly excited when he saw her.
Big win, the battle of ideas.
There was someone who had the Y'shtola, like the original Y'shtola outfit on, and had like, they were basically fully cosplaying Y'shtola in game. He saw her in the corner. I was like, is that her? And then ran over and was like, imposter fake. And then, but every time he seen her, he's like lit up, and he's like really happy to see her. Like, got him, completely got him. There is also a YouTube video, which is, I can't remember who it's by, but it's a very short clip called Asmongold. It's something, we got him, boys, or something like that, referring to Asmongold. And it's literally just him saying, what was it? It's one of the little floating pixie things. One of the sylph flies past, and like, it shows a shot of them from behind, and just goes, damn, she thick. It's just funny, but it's like, he's properly, completely engaging with it, and that's, people are elated by this generally, and I think everyone's just having so much more fun, which is why I think
radiance going on.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone's just like, let's go, let's have a great time. Just so happens to be in FF14.